Good to see you. Excellent. You've done us a great service. Here is your reward.
Well, look who it is.
How have you...
I must have misheard. Of course. You already say, but I don't understand. All doing.
So angry, can hardly
World
stand it.
Eater himself.
Father
But
promised me a
how
new
can we
dust
fight
season.
him?
Now where is
No
he?
Nord could have
Takes a
said
while
it
to
better.
return.
Now what's this nonsense about trapping him? I want to help you, Dragonborn. Oh, frickin' General. Do you think they will sit idle while the dragon is slaughtering my men and burning my city? No.
I'm going to tell Father
I
you
can't
said
risk
that.
weakening the city.
Your hide for sure.
Then, but getting both sides to agree to a truce. Maybe. If the Greybeards were willing to host a peace council. Aye, Dragonborn. Maybe you can stop the dragons and this war in
I
the
serve
barn.
Jarl
Keep
Baldwin
safe.
as steward. Enjoy your visit to Dragon's Reach.
Come to Dragon's Reach. Spells and incantations for those with the talent to cast them. Remember, your mind is the best weapon you have.
Purchase more supplies then. That's your job as steward, isn't it? Why do you trouble me with these details?
My lord, since Ulfric's Stormcloak's upgrade, the cost of goods has doubled. I'll need more coin if I'm...
Our coffers are nearly empty. I can scarcely afford to pay the guards, and we need every one of them in these troubled times. You'll have to make do with what we have, Proventus.
Yes.
Alduin? We heard the dragon wrench. I feared as much. I thought it was him. We are not warriors. What is overlooked in the Dragonborn? You misunderstand our authority. I see. The dragon will lead you to... Paternax has made even the grave. So be it. We will see if they still remember us. Deliver the message to the warring part. You must find out how he does this before he regains his strength and returns. Breath and focus.
You know you can afford a septim or two. Wait, I know you. There's no mistake.
You're a wanted man, and it's time to pay for your crimes. Good enough. I'll just confiscate any stolen goods you're carrying, then you're free to go.
Do you have some reason to be here, the Greybeards? What? Why? There's nothing to do. They are getting to be a... My job is to quell this rebellion, and you may have a... By all accounts, the Stormcloaks are suffering just as badly. Yes, fine.
I'm telling you, Ulfric's planning an attack on Whiterun.
He'd be insane to try.
Damn Stormcloak rebels.
That's not what my scouts report, sir. Every day more join his cause. Grifton, Dawnstar,
Don't
support him.
It's not McCall.
Hold it there. Another girl kid served me a drink just a few nights ago. Susanna's the third. It's always the same. We are stretched thin as it is with the... If you want to help, I'm going to examine the body before the rats can get to it. Hold it there. Keep your distance. Hold it there. Keep your distance.
Don't be so sure of that.
I know you.
Couriers from Solitude. The Empire's putting a great deal of pressure
Only the fool
upon Whiterun.
do I know you. It's about time they turned their gate. I have the greatest respect. But I can't afford to appear weak. Alduin. Even Tullius, maybe. Yes, I'll give Tullius. And what would you have me do?
If he's not with us, he's against us.
So, you've done it. I should not have agreed to host this council. The Greybeards have no business. Yes. But regrets. Take your seat at the council table, and let us see what wisdom we can find among these warriors of Skyrim.
So, Arngeir, is it? You know why we're here. Are you going to let us in or not? What are we waiting for?
Now that everyone is here, please take your seats so we can begin. I hope that we have all come
No.
here in the spirit
You
of...
insult us by bringing her to this negotiation? You're Chief Talos Hunter?
That didn't take long.
Here, here.
I have every right to be at this negotiation. I need to ensure that nothing is agreed to here that violates the terms of the White Gold Concordat.
She's part of the Imperial delegation. You can't dictate who I bring to this council.
Please, if we have to negotiate the terms of the negotiation, we will never get anywhere. Perhaps this would be a good time to get the Dragonborn's input on this matter.
By Izmir's beard, to think that I would sit down at the same table with that. Thalmor bitch. Maybe so, but bringing her here is a deliberate provocation. Tullius needs to know I will. It feels like a mistake to me. But I'll bow to your judgment on this. But she is to observe, nothing more. We are not negotiating with her. Is that clear?
Ulfric, why so hostile? After all, it's not the Thalmor that's burning your farms and killing your sons.
She's supposed to be on our side?
You know exactly... No. Not this time.
Now that that's settled, may we proceed?
I have something to say first.
Here we go.
The only reason I agreed to attend this council was to deal with the Dragon Menace. There's nothing else to talk about. Unless the Empire is finally ready to renounce its unjust claim to rule over the free people of Skyrim.
I knew he wouldn't
We're
be able
here
to
to
resist.
arrange a temporary truce to allow the Dragonborn here to deal with the dragons, nothing more. I consider even talking to the Empire a generous gesture.
Are you done? Did you just come here to make speeches, or can we get down to business?
Yes, let's get this over with.
Are we ready to proceed? Jarl Ulfric, General Tullius, this council is unprecedented. We are gathered here at the Dragonborn's request. I ask that you all respect the spirit of High Hrothgar, and do your best to begin the process of achieving a lasting peace in Skyrim. Who would like to open the negotiations?
Yes, let's get down to it. We want control of Markarth. That's our price for agreeing to a truce.
So that's why you're here, Ulfric? You dare to insult the Greybeards by using this council to advance your own position?
Jarl Elisif.
General,
I'll
this is
handle
outrageous. You can't be taking this demand seriously. I thought we were here to discuss a truce.
Elisif, I said I'd handle it. Ulfric, you can't seriously expect us to give up Markarth at the negotiating table. You hope to gain in council what you've been unable to take in battle, is that it?
I'm sure Jarl Ulfric does not expect something for nothing.
Yes, that'd be entirely
What would the
out of
Empire
character.
want in return?
Wait, General, you don't intend to just hand over Markarth to that traitor?
This is how the Empire repays us for our loyalty?
Enough. First, let's be clear. This council wasn't my idea. I think it's a waste of time. You are a traitor to the Empire, and deserve a traitor's death. But I at least will negotiate in good faith. Since we're all here at your request, I'd like to hear what you think Markarth is worth. The rift would help secure our communications with Cyrodiil, and threaten Ulfric's southern flank. You heard the man, Ulfric. We've made you a fair offer. Are you serious about these talks, or are you just here to posture?
I expected better from you, Dragonborn. I came here in good faith, and now it seems you help the Empire at every turn. As for you, General Tullius, I see now that Galmar was right. Talking to the Empire is just as useless as ever. If you think you can hold Markarth, you're as deluded as your Emperor when he signed away our freedom to the Thalmor. Skyrim will never again bow to your false empire. Let's go, Galmar. I should have listened to you in the first place.
You always were a fool, Ulfric. You're no better at diplomacy than you are in the battlefield.
Stop! Are you so blind to our danger that you can't see past your petty disagreements? Here you sit arguing about nothing, while the fate of the land hangs in the balance.
Is he with you, Delphine? If so, I advise you to tell him to watch his tongue.
He is with me. And I advise you both to listen to what he has to say before you do anything rash.
Don't you understand the danger? Don't you understand what the return of the dragons means? Alduin has returned, the World Eater. Even now he devours the souls of your fallen comrades. He grows more powerful with every soldier slain in your pointless war. Can you not put aside your hatred for even one moment in the face of this mortal danger?
A very pretty speech. But what does
Shut
it have
up.
to do with the...
If he's right about Alduin, we both have just as much to lose here, Tullius. Remember that. Now, back to the matter at hand. Don't hand me a mug of sheep's piss and call it mead. These terms are still not acceptable.
I'm sure you have something in mind.
Damn right we do.
We want compensation for the massacre at Anga's mill.
You slaughtered them. The women, the children. You butchers!
That's a lie. My legionnaires are
You don't
disciplined,
really
unlike
expect
your...
compensation every time a farm gets burned in a war that you started, do you, Ulfric?
What say you, Dragonborn? Yes. Do you hear that, Tullius? The blood of the innocent cries out for Wergild. I suppose that's the fairest deal we're likely to get.
It seems we may have an agreement. Jarl Ulfric, General Tullius, these are the terms currently on the table. Markarth will be handed over to Ulfric's forces, Jarl Igmund will step down, and Thungbor Silverblood will become the Jarl of Markarth. The Stormcloaks will withdraw from the rift, allowing Imperial troops unhindered access. Jarl Layla Lawgiver will step down, and Maven Blackbriar will become the Jarl of Riften. The Empire will pay appropriate compensation for the massacre at Anga's mill. You both agree to this?
The Sons of Skyrim will live up to their agreements, as long as the Imperials hold to theirs. What about you, Elisif? Are these terms to your liking? Speak up! I'm sure General Tullius is waiting to do your bidding.
I have nothing to say to that murderer. General, you've proven yourself a good friend to Skyrim. I continue to trust that you will do your utmost to safeguard our interests.
Thank you, Jarl Elisif. I appreciate your loyalty. The Empire can live with these terms, yes, for a temporary truce, until the dragon menace is dealt with. After that, Ulfric, there will be a reckoning. Count on it.
Come on, Galmar. We have a lot of work to do.
Giving up Markarth is a heavy price for this truce, Dragonborn. I hope it was worth it.
I'm afraid there's a problem. A serious one. I've discovered who the Greybeard's leader. All well and good. It's true that his crimes... Justice demands that he die for his crime. And I'm cross-referencing this. By calling the dragon with the thought, he's not I think it's very likely that... Odahviing. Winged snow hunter, as I read it.
Ready to do my part. Just say the word, and my men will help you spring this trap.
But the difficulty is how to lure a dragon to Dragon's Reach at all?
Well, that's an excellent question. You haven't overlooked that little detail, have you?
Ah, I believe I can be helped. Yes? What is it? Very good.
We have nothing to talk about until Paarthurnax is dead.
I'm glad you were able to negotiate a truce, but I don't trust Ulfric.
What's the hurry?
Out with it.
You tried mercenary work? It might suit you. Sometimes I can teach you a few things. Right then.
We're ready, Dragon. As I promised. My men stand ready. My men know what to do. Make sure you do your part. Banquet in my city. Go ahead and call this dragon of yours. We're ready. You do have a plan for luring a dragon here, yeah?
Hear that?
went in Seal Alduin. No doubt you want to know where to Renik Vaza, an apt phrase. Alduin Boval. One reason I came to your many of us have begun to question Alduin. Among ourselves, of course. Muni Mae. None were yet ready. Unslad Croesus. And you. He has traveled to Sovngarde to regain his strength, devouring the Silesiu. His door to Sovngarde is at Skull. Mindoran pa Okmin, Zuulost Ofan Hinlan. Now that I have serve you? Croesus. Only this. You have the Thuam. Of course, I could fly you there. But not while imprisoned like this. Aran. Go and see for yourself. Zuni bo norhet. I will be here. Unless Alduin returns before you do. You will release me, Onika, and you free me. And I will carry you to Skaldafin.
I would be most appreciative if you would permit me to perform some, essence on fairly interesting. A captive dragon. Just think of the possibilities. Remember,
do not
your
test
mind
my
is
promise
best
with
plan
the
work.
Keep safe.
I assure you, you will not notice. Most of them are hardly painful at all to large dragons such as yourself.
Very bad idea, even for you.
Hey, Cross, something to you sure about that? Your funeral. Someone else is gonna have to help you get him back in there again. Get ready to open the trap. This seems like a really bad idea to me.
Carry on, soldier. This is all part of the Dragon Lord's plan.
Hold the guns.
Was nu? Ini dein Rufe Astman. Are you ready to see the world as only a Dova can? Are you ready to see the world as only a Dova can? Saran Uth, I await your command, Zuk Brit Uth. I'm Amativ, Ubo Kotin Stinselok.
The greatest person I've ever met.